Key point 1. The 10x rule is the underlying factor behind all extraordinary feats. You probably picked this tidbit wondering what the 10x rule is and if it can truly help you accomplish all your dreams and more. Let's begin with some backstory. Grant Cardone is a successful real estate investor. Over the years, he has built many successful companies. People always ask him the one secret to his massive success. The question has always taken him back. After pondering it, he discovered that he succeeded because he obeyed the 10x rule. He always went the extra mile in all that he did. According to Grant Cardone, he constantly saw to it that he put in 10 times more effort than the average person would. The 10x rule says it takes at least times more action and thinking to move beyond your current level of success. Many people set lofty goals, but need to remember how much action is required to shift their mindset to achieve them, which is why they often fall short. You'll understand this if you've happily set New Year's Day resolutions and pushed your way through to December 31st without actualizing up to 50% of them. Any target attacked with the right actions in the right amounts with persistence is attainable. Grant Cardone. The 10x rule strongly emphasizes 10x goals. At best, you're only as successful as the targets you set. Both aspects of the rule work hand in hand. You need lofty, extraordinary desires, and you must put in enough effort to make them a reality. In the following chapters, we'll go deep into how to set lofty goals and take the right amount of action needed for an extraordinary life. It's going to be a fascinating and educational ride. Key point 2. Success is relative. Not everyone has the same definition. Success is often considered the progressive actualization of predetermined goals. But that's a generic definition. When you get down to the nitty-gritty of it, you'll find that success largely depends on who you ask. The parameters change as you grow. As a kid, success probably meant going to school with candy or staying up past your bedtime. Success for a teenager is making good grades in school, getting a high school lover, and earning some good bucks. Grown-ups have different success parameters. Getting married, raising kids, and building a successful company are milestones that most adults have in common. The bottom line is we all use different parameters to measure success. However, irrespective of your success parameters, there are a few things you need to know to succeed. Success is important. Success is your duty. There is no shortage of success. Your life will be hard if you fail in your endeavors. You won't last long in your career and you'll struggle financially, spiritually, and relationally. To put it simply, you'll live an unhappy life. Potential is locked within you, and your life will be frustrating if you continue living below that potential. However, success will only come to you if you work toward it. Nobody folds their arms and waits for success to meet them in their living room. You have to go all out for it. Be intentional about success in life, career, business, and family. You're automatically reducing your chances of success if you don't plan and work toward it. As long as you are alive, you will either live to accomplish your own goals and dreams or be used as a resource to accomplish someone else's. Grant Cardone. Did you know the management concept developed by Lawrence J. Peter, called the Peter Principle, states that people will keep getting promoted to higher levels if they continue improving their skills? The point of incompetence comes when their skills become insufficient for a new role and they find themselves stuck there. This is known as Peter's Plateau. Key point 3. Success is not forced, but attracted by who you're becoming. Things don't just happen to you. They happen because of you. You attract success because of who you are, failure too. You need to subconsciously understand that nothing occurs randomly and that you are directly or indirectly responsible for the things in your life. The 10X mindset doesn't blame people or circumstances for the result it sees. Instead, it takes full responsibility for all that happens. Playing victim won't help you in the journey to greatness. It will inhibit your progress. Your life will begin to take a dramatic shift when you cultivate the habit of taking responsibility for the outcome of your life. It's easy to take responsibility when you're directly involved, but it becomes challenging when you don't seem to have control over the situation. For instance, when you're giving a speech, your audience suddenly becomes uninterested, preferring to chit-chat rather than listen to you. It would be easy to blame the organizers for giving you a boring topic or for not paying attention to the venue's aesthetics. But a 10X performer would think differently. They'll search themselves to find out how they could have fueled their disinterest and determine what steps they can take to prevent it next time. When you feel like you've lost all control, you should try to regain it. If we return to the speech example once more, you could try to liven up what you're talking about. Depending on the topic and the overall atmosphere, you could add some jokes or personal stories to your speech. If allowed by the rules, ask them questions. Deliver relevant information. Even the most boring topics can spike interest if you show your audience why this information can be helpful to them. Giving up and blaming the audience's inattentiveness is easy, but finding ways to gain people's interest is undeniably much more fun. Key point 4. Life only rewards people who take action. So far, we've established that our thoughts and actions are the most significant drivers of success. You will only attain great heights if your thinking is open. Likewise, you may have the most incredible mind in the world, but it will only be able to bail you out of mediocrity if you are willing to take the necessary action. It would be outrageous to say that people unhappy with their results aren't taking action. They are. We all take measures daily. It's just that most of us don't take the number of steps necessary to birth the kind of lives we desire. You will only attain your desired result if you put in more work than is required. You can change the quality of your life by changing your actions. However, you'll be frustrated trying to do this when you need to know what activity level you're currently in and how to move onto the level required for your success. Grant Cardone classifies our action levels into 4 groups. We shall consider them in chronological order, starting with level 1. No action. The people in this group have given up on their dreams. They no longer take action towards the things they once desired. They're complacent when it comes to seeking knowledge, networking, or doing things that are supposed to help them enjoy life. They spend time explaining to everyone who cares to listen why things aren't working for them. Retreat. At some point, people in this category have taken actions that could have delivered better than expected. The sense of failure makes them retreat, concluding that the situation is hopeless. Don't jump to such conclusions too quickly. You may think you failed in business after not reaching your targets twice, but if you strike again, you might find things work out well. Retreaters should learn to examine situations critically before jumping to conclusions. For example, it doesn't make sense to refuse to prepare for an exam simply because you failed several tests in that particular course and assume there's no way you could pass. The proper action would be to attend a good tutorial class before sitting for the exam. Key point 5. Seek consistency and growth rather than perfection. We went over the 2 lowest levels of action in Chapter 3. We'll consider the last 2 in this chapter. Normal action. This level of action is the most prevalent in our society today, and it's the most socially acceptable. The person who takes average action never aims to be extraordinary. They don't even think of standing out of the crowd. They move with the bandwagon, consciously or unconsciously seeking a normal life. Such a person is stuck in the middle class and is comfortable because that is what society advocates. Living an average life is dangerous. Anything can happen. As a business owner, you can easily go broke if the economy begins to shake. As an employee, your company won't have second thoughts about laying you off when the need arises because they can easily find 1,000 other average people like you. Massive action. This realm of action is considered borderline insanity by many people because it transcends the societal understanding of hard work or progressive success. However, if you look closely at nature, you'll find that massive action is the fiber of creation. Think about bees and ants. They're always working, taking considerable measures to secure their future. Did you know there's continuous activity going on beneath the earth you're sitting on right now? Also, consider how the ocean never stops moving, how the entire planetary body never stops revolving around the sun. Nature is consistently and persistently working. That's why you can plant a seed and find it has germinated 7 days later. Everything around us is in constant motion. Why should we be any different? You are exhibiting massive action by relentlessly participating in activities that drive you, your family, or your company forward. There's no retreat, normal action, or inaction. It's simply consistent and massive action. Only this attitude can make you rise from obscurity to becoming a global force. Massive action is the key to actualizing your dreams and ambitions. Massive action will attract criticism from mediocre people, but in the end, the results your life produces will speak for themselves. Key point 6. Setting lofty goals doesn't make you unrealistic. Many people have heard that they're unlimited. Limitations exist only in their minds, yet they still settle for average or realistic goals. Society makes us believe some things are realistic while others aren't, which is not true. There only exist aims that require massive amounts of action compared to others. Setting targets for yourself might seem scary, but some tricks can help you deal with the enormity. One of them is to split your ultimate goal into several smaller aims. Achieving them will lead to the big one. Each ambition is a compilation of a vast number of small achievements. This splitting will make the goal realistic. You will have organized clear steps, which will eventually take you to your ultimate desire. Even the most unrealistic desires consist of small, realistic bricks. Don't be afraid to set big goals. They bring happiness and fulfillment to your life. You feel an exciting sense of accomplishment when you do things ordinary people consider impossible. You achieve an opportunity to prove that impossibility only exists in your mind. In the Stone Age, for example, wouldn't it be considered crazy to think you could sit in one place and have a chat with someone hundreds of miles away? Now compare that to the 21st century. It wouldn't have happened if no one had considered making a goal for improving communication. Check out the lives of the greatest inventors and business people, and you'll find that they all had big desires. Lofty goals provide the momentum to keep you going, even in the face of resistance or setbacks. But it's easy to let go of small aims in such circumstances. As a rule of thumb, you should cultivate the habit of reviewing your goals daily. This habit will help you stay on course and commit to bringing them to pass. Don't compete with others, but set lofty goals that will challenge your thinking and move you to take massive 10x actions. Conclusion. Life is a gift to be enjoyed, not endured. Many people go through life unhappy and wish the world would end the next day because their lives aren't producing the expected results. Just know that your dissatisfaction is only temporary. There might be a solution for you. For every goal you set, there is the right amount of action required. Most people mistakenly set high goals and underestimate the work needed to hit their targets. Because of this imbalance, they get exhausted and give up before hitting any significant milestone. It's not their fault, though. Unless the mind is specifically trained, it will never give accurate estimations. And it's easier to underestimate because small work makes the brain. However, if you're passionate about living an extraordinary life, you must become a massive action taker. Resolve your mind and take massive action every day towards your goals. Decide to stop at nothing until you've hit all your targets. This mindset will keep you from thinking small and taking mediocre actions. Try this. Take an inventory of your life. Are you satisfied with the house you're living in, your financial status, and your overall personal achievement? No? So, the 10X rule is for you. Pick up a pen and paper and begin writing about your dream life. Don't think of how you'll actualize it. Your assignment is to write it all down. Pen the exact life you want to live. When done, close your eyes and begin imagining yourself living that life. These are your aims for the next 12 months. Repeat the process every day, in the morning and at night. But this time, allow your mind to develop 10X strategies and actions required to deliver your goals.